Hello, today I will be going over how to create a battery holder for my 18650 battery, and you can see one of these right here. I am going to create this in 3 different CAD systems and show you the methods of using the different CAD systems to build this 3D model. Now this model right here was a little bit small, and when I put in my battery it's pretty tight and it's actually pushing out the walls, so I gotta redo this and make it a little bit bigger. All right, so let's get started in SolidWorks. So here's SolidWorks. This is a student version of SolidWorks 2025. I was able to purchase this for veterans, and I was able to get this copy for $20. Let's get started with SolidWorks. So right now we're going to go to File, New. We're going to do New Part. All right, so let's get started on this. We will start with, we're already in a sketch, so we will start with a rectangle. So let's go with a 3-point center rectangle. Let's get into my top view right here. Okay, so I'm going to click right there, and I'm going to click, what's this, D. We can adjust these as we want. So we're going to go 36 by 36, and I'll adjust this dimension in a second. All right, so now we're done with the rectangle, and we can smart dimension this rectangle. So this edge to this edge, 36. Then this edge to this edge, 36. All right, there we are. So now we can exit that sketch. We can rotate this. I have a space mouse, so I rotate it fairly easy. I can use my middle mouse button to rotate. So this button right here does some rotations. I can zoom in and out with the rolly mouse button. And let me see if I combine these two. It does a rotation, but it's more like a center rotation there. I'm going to get in my front view. I put this one right here. I like to see my front view. This is Control 1 if you want to use it. All right, so now we got there. Now we want to extrude this guy. So let's go over to our features, and let's go extruded boss base. Okay, we're going to click on select the plane. Okay, we're going to click on all these guys. All 4 of them popped up, and now I'm just going to tell it my distance I want to extrude this. So 5 millimeters. Okay, so now we're going to say okay, green check, and now we got that 5 millimeters. So now we're going to build another sketch on top of this. So we're going to go back to basic modeling tools. We're going to go to sketch right here. Everything derives from a sketch pretty much. So we clicked on there, and then we're going to build some lines. We're going to try to go from the dead center up here, and then we're going to hit L to get out of there, L to get back, click on this guy again, and then go over here, L to get out of there. So we are locking, well, we are creating our starting points basically. So now we want to create our first circle here. So we're going to choose our circle, and we're going to go with that's big enough. I think we can now do a dimension on this guy. Click OK, or actually we can go down here and put 18.65. I'm going to go in and push divided by 2, and that's exactly what we want. Okay, so now I want to position this guy, so I'm going to use a smart dimension. I'm going to go from this wall to this point right here, and that's going to be 18.6 divided by 2. Okay, so it's 9.3, and now we're going to do one from here to here. So 9.3. All right, and now we wanted to see it. We want to see it overhang a little bit, because if we don't have it overhanging, with all 4 of these, it will cause a very feather edge and won't allow us to do it. All right, so next we are going to take this circle and we're going to mirror it to the other side. So let's click on this green check right here. We're still in the sketch, but now we're going to do mirror entities. So we're going to click on the entity to mirror. This is our entity, and we're going to mirror about this line right here. Okay, and there we are. So now we're going to click on the green check. Good to go. Next one, we're going to do another mirror. So mirror entities. We're going to click on the entities to mirror this guy, and then we're going to do and if you overclicked or clicked something wrong, you can always right click on this and you can say clear this selection or delete. Okay, and then we're going to go to mirror about, maybe mirror about. Okay, it was for some reason stuck. All right, and there we go. Now we have everything mirrored and everything should be perfect. So next we can finish this sketch and we can do a extrusion and a cut. All right, so let me rotate this and I'm gonna look at this side. All right, so now we're gonna go to extruded cut and we are going to go down 3 millimeters. So just 3 here. And we're gonna select contours. So right here we're gonna click and we're gonna click contour 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're gonna say okay. And that automatically subtracted it out because it was a cut extrude, okay? So if you chose extruded boss base, you could do it that way also. And I'll show you that in a second. Let's delete this guy. All right, so now if I want to extrude those and I want to subtract them, I'll show you that method too. So this one's choose your pieces, choose your entities, and then we gotta select contours here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we choose, we want to flip it, so click right here. And then we want to uncheck this. So this creates the bodies, okay? Just the bodies, doesn't merge, doesn't subtract or anything like that. Just creates the extra bodies. Say okay. Now we have 5 total bodies inside of this part. So now we want to subtract this out. So now we go to insert, we go to features, and we can go all the way down here to combine, and this is where we can actually subtract it out. So what's your main body? This is your main, and your bodies to combine or remove are these 4. They're all connected, so okay, and that's the second way of doing it, okay? So now we want to flip it over. We want to create a sketch on the back side now. So let's go to basic modeling tools, sketch on the back side. We're going to click on this face right here. And now we are in there, we have a sketch going on. So now we go over here to our polygon. We're going to click on our center point right here, and we're going to drag it out. And we can actually modify this by going over here. I'm just going to drop a number down there, and I'm going to slide over here, and we're going to say this is going to be 6 millimeters. And then, yep, 180 sounds good. So, and it's got 6 sides, which should be good. All right, so exit that sketch. And then we'll take a look at it. Yes, it looks good. Sometimes it will be like double the size, and that's if it's, let's go back in here, left click, I'm sorry, right click, go to edit, and so it hid that hex, the hex, never mind. It's all good. All right, so we're good. So we're gonna finish that sketch. All right, so now we want to do an extruded cut. So let's click on extruded cut. Let's click on what we want to extrude. So it's this sketch right here. It automatically selects the rest. And we are going the right direction. So we're going 3 millimeters down and everything looks good. Okay, good to go. So now we're going to create one more sketch inside of there. So let's go to basic modeling tools, sketch. Click on this guy. Click on the circle. We're going to click on this guy right here as our center point. And then our diameter of that circle is going to be 3.5 total diameter. So we could put that right there. And then this is, let's say 1.75 should be good. That will equal 3.5 diameter. All right, so now we're good there. We're going to hit exit this sketch. Now we're going to go to features, and we're going to do an extruded cut. We're going to grab this, it already actually grabbed it automatically, and we're going to take it through the entire surface, entire part. Yep, that's good to go. And if you want, you can grab this and you can drag it down and remove more if you wanted, but there's nothing else to remove. So click OK, and that is the hole for my bolts to go through. Now we can put on some round fillets here. Let's make this look a little prettier. So we'll click right here on this edge, rotation, edge. It didn't click that for some reason. Click there, click there. And if you accidentally click too much, you can always right click on this and clear the selection or do whatever you want, you know. So it's all good. And then we'll change our size to, let's say, 5 millimeters. And we can hit OK. And it has moved them in. Now it looks a little bit small. that's okay. I mean, it's going to be 3D printed, but if we wanted to change that, we would right click on this guy. We can go to edit that feature, and we can change this down to, let's say, 3 millimeters. Let's change it to 3. And then it will automatically update once we hit that green check. And there it goes. So down to 3 millimeters. So that is one side of my battery holder. Yeah, as I said before, you could find the other videos. One is using Onshape, and the second one is using Siemens NX. And they're all three show you how to build this. And yeah, so you decide which one's the best. Each has its pros and cons, and some are more simple than the others. I would say Solidworks was a good winner, pretty darn close to Unigraphics. I think I went faster with Unigraphics. I think Solidworks was a good second runner. I believe Siemens NX was the best, but here's my issue with Siemens NX is you can only export this out as an STL. You can't actually export this out as a step model. So I kind of like what Solidworks has done here. And they provided a full license, a full student license for a very low cost for students and veterans. So if you want to get this out of Solidworks, you do a file. I'm just going to save it first, and then after I save it, then I can do a file export, or maybe a file save as again, and I can change my file format to be anything I want. So I can do parasolids, I can do, what else can I get through here? DXFs. Let's see, should have there's your steps. Okay, and STL. So if you want to get this out and 3D print it, we export it out as a STL, save. I'm going to put in here Solidworks, enter, and that is saving as a STL, all bodies, yep. And now I can take that 3D body, an STL file, and throw it into my Cura software or whatever slicing software that you like. So I hope this video was beneficial, taught you a little bit about SolidWorks, and all three of these videos, they are building the same thing, and they are comparing the functionality of all three CAD systems. You make your own choice, but I think SolidWorks is one of the better ones. What I love about Siemens NX is I have used it for many years, so I'm very familiar with that and how it works. So I'll be playing around with these three CAD systems. Let me know what you like, and let me know if there's something you want me to try to cover with one of these CAD systems. Each has its own pros and cons. So like and subscribe if you like this type of content, and thanks. Goodbye.